You've been wondering lately if maybe you made it all up. Maybe you're being dramatic. Maybe you misremembered. Maybe it wasn't that bad. Maybe everyone's relationships are like that, and you're just too sensitive to handle normal. Maybe he was right about you all along. I need you to hear this. You didn't make it up. What happened to you is real. What you felt was real. What you lived through, the confusion, the self-doubt, the exhaustion of never knowing which version of him you'd come home to, all of it was real. And your pain is not an overreaction. It is the exact right response to what was done to you. But I understand why you're questioning it. Because that's what this kind of abuse does. It doesn't leave marks you can point to. It doesn't announce itself. It works quietly, patiently, over time. It gets inside the way you think. It teaches you to doubt the one thing you should be able to trust most, your own mind. Every time you said, "That hurt me," he found a way to make it your fault. You were too sensitive. You took it the wrong way. You're always looking for problems. He was just joking. You have no sense of humor. You twist everything. No one else has a problem with him. It's always something with you. And at first, you pushed back. You knew what you heard. You knew what happened. But he was so certain, so calm, so sure that you were the one who had it wrong. And eventually, you started to wonder. That wondering was not weakness. That was a completely human response to someone systematically dismantling your reality. It has a name: gaslighting. And it works because it's slow. Because it happens in small moments, not dramatic scenes. Because he never sat down and said, "I am going to make you doubt yourself." It just happened, conversation by conversation, until one day you realized you couldn't trust your own memory anymore. You started checking, replaying things, apologizing just in case. Going quiet instead of speaking because speaking always somehow made things worse. That's not who you were before him. That's who you became to survive him. Your body knew something was wrong long before your mind caught up. The anxiety that lived in your stomach. The way you tensed when you heard his car in the driveway. The constant low hum of dread that you got so used to you stopped noticing it. The way you rehearsed conversations before having them, trying to find the version that wouldn't set him off. Bodies don't lie like that. Bodies respond to what's real. And yours was telling you every single day that something was not safe. You weren't anxious because you were broken. You were anxious because you were living in an unpredictable environment with someone whose moods determined your safety. That anxiety was accurate. It was your nervous system doing exactly what it was designed to do. You weren't too emotional. You were responding to something real. The tears that came out of nowhere. The irritability. The moments where something small would set you off and you couldn't explain why. That wasn't you being unstable. That was the accumulation of 100 small wounds that never got to heal because there was never a safe moment to feel them. You were carrying so much. And it had to go somewhere. And the love you felt was real too. This is the part that makes it so complicated. Because it wasn't all bad. There were good moments. Tender moments. Moments where he was exactly the person you needed, and you thought, "This is it. This is the real him. We're going to be okay." Those moments were real to you. The love you felt was genuine. And it makes the harm no less true. Both things exist. You can have loved someone deeply and also have been deeply hurt by them. You can miss something that wasn't good for you. You can grieve a relationship that needed to end. None of that means you were wrong to love him. It means you love someone who wasn't able to receive it safely. The self-doubt he left behind is not the truth about you. The voice that says you're too much, that's his voice. The voice that says you're too sensitive, too needy, too broken to be loved properly, that's his voice. The voice that says you'll never find anyone else, that you were lucky to have him, that no one else would put up with you, that is his voice. And it is not the truth. The truth is that you were asked to carry things no one should carry. You were blamed for things that were not your fault. You were taught to see yourself through the eyes of someone who needed you small. But you were never small. You were just told that you were. You were allowed to trust yourself again. Your memory is not faulty. Your feelings are not exaggerated. Your instincts are not broken. You might not trust them yet. That trust takes time to rebuild, but they were never the problem. They were right all along. They were trying to protect you. Start small. Notice when something feels off and let yourself notice it without immediately talking yourself out of it. Notice when someone's words and their actions don't match. Notice when you feel that familiar tension in your body. And instead of dismissing it, just stay with it for a moment. Let yourself know what you know. You are not crazy. You are not too sensitive. You did not make it up. What happened to you is real. And you deserved so much better than what you were given. You deserve someone who made you feel more like yourself, not less. Someone whose love didn't come with conditions and confusion. Someone who made you feel safe instead of constantly braced for impact. That is not too much to ask for. That is the baseline. And one day, when you're ready, when you've healed a little more, that is what you will find. But tonight, you don't have to do anything except let yourself be believed. By me. And slowly, gently, by yourself. Rest now. You are not too much. You are not imagining things. You are not dramatic or broken or difficult. You are someone who is hurt and who is healing and who deserves every quiet, peaceful night of sleep that was stolen from you. Starting with this one. Good night.